Test. There we go. Yay, that's fine. That's plenty. And is it coming through in the video now? Is there audio there? Maybe it just takes a second. You just turn it off. Testing. Guys, sorry if it's like just taking a second. Go down to my preferences, Lindsay, at the bottom of the page. Test. Oh, there we go. Cool. Right, and just mute that for me so I can hear myself. Alright guys, hi there and welcome. So Lindsay's just at the side just doing some stuff for me, just making sure the stream's alright. Just wanted to make sure it was working properly because I set it to automatically start. I've never used that before, so normally I'll go over and make sure it clicks the button and stuff, but I need to work my way around it. It's a different program from what I'm used to with when I was doing it on the PC side and we were using, XSplit. Now I'm using Wirecast, and Wirecast is a little bit different, so it's pretty cool. It's got loads of cool stuff. It's a bit more industry, professional standard, but it's like I'm not used to it, so I need to work some stuff out. Anyway, Daily Fix with me, Sean Paul Johnston here at SmallFryUnify Studio. Lindsay's sitting across there. I was going to get Lindsay in the stream. Normally I would have done it because we've got our live stream tomorrow night for Farpoint. But Lindsay came on yesterday, as you guys know. I messed up, I got my days completely wrong. Tonight I was actually at the park and I think I felt like I had heat stroke or something. So I fell asleep for about 3 hours. Anyway, I've got a couple of cool stories that I want to tell you guys about. Lindsay, you want to go past? You can go past if you want.
No. Sean George says, evening.
Hi there, George. Is it George? Who is it?
Sean George.
John George.
Sean George.
Sean George. Hey Sean George, nice to see you. Guys, I'm going to read a couple of stories for you and I'm going to tell you about the giveaway. So, first story is, we've got news today that Ubisoft is apparently teasing, or they've said that they've got more games that are going to be announced for the Nintendo Switch very soon. Now obviously we know about games like Just Dance 2018, we know about Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, or whatever it's called. We've got those games, so we know they're coming, but there's games like, you know, the Fractured Butthole, South Park, we've got things like Assassin's Creed and those games that were never announced during E3 for the Switch. So there's a potential that these games may be coming to the Switch. Now, there was rumours before that Assassin's Creed was coming to the Switch. This is before launch, and people were saying that's going to be coming. And there was a couple other games, I forgot what the other ones were, but there was basically a couple of games that could be coming to the Switch. So I think this is all based on the back of obviously the success of the Switch itself since launch. In Japan, you know, there was the lottery thing that I mentioned before where Nintendo, the stores now put up a lottery, so instead of going in there and a stock release, you just go and buy one. Now they've got a lottery ticket system, so you get given a ticket and then like a lottery you get chosen, and if you're one of the lucky persons or people to get it, you get a Switch. Obviously you pay for it. It's still going on and it's getting even more and more hectic. There was a couple of pictures online a couple of days ago, and there was queues of up to like 3,000 people were waiting just to try and get one of the Switches during the restock. So I think Nintendo's not even, or the stores are not even telling people when they're getting stock in now. They're just saying we've got stock in and you have to get down there. So it's crazy busy, and they're still trying to catch up with demand. There was a couple of reports that the PlayStation 4, people were saying the Switch is struggling because it's not selling as much as the PlayStation 4 when you combine the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. Well, the reality is there's just no stock there for the Switch. It's selling out instantly within minutes. So I think once Nintendo gets on top of the stock situation, which I think they will for Splatoon, they'll start getting the stock ramping up because that's a big title for them, then we'll start to see more stock and the sales numbers should go up, especially with stuff like Super Mario Odyssey coming out. So that's one of the big ones for Nintendo Switch. The next thing I wanted to tell you guys about is a couple of VR related stories. I did say in the description that looks like VR is now creeping in all over the place with stories that I seem to be stumbling across, whether it's Nintendo with Mario Kart VR, or whether it's like with the PlayStation VR or Oculus or whatever. There's just stories coming in left, right and centre about VR and how it's changing things, and the AR as well, obviously with the Zen phone a couple of days ago. But one of the ones I wanted to tell you about is a company in Japan. Again, Japan seems to be at the forefront of all this kind of stuff, but it's a wireless headset-less VR system, and it was reported by the Japanese Times, and it's by a company called, let me just get the name of them. It's a co-development with Wonder Vision and Japan-based NHK Enterprises. Now, they're a media technology company, and they're also involved with the broadcaster NHK, and apparently Reko Choku Labo, that's a real name in Japan. But they've all collaborated on this system, and what is it's an 8K VR system, but it's not VR in the sense that you put a headset on and you're fully immersed in that sense. So I'm kind of interested to see how this one develops, because what they're saying is you stand basically like in a dome, and it's about 2.5 meters from you to the screen itself, but it completely surrounds your field of view, and it's in 8K. And apparently it's incredible because unlike normal headsets where you've got maybe a 110 degree field of view for something like the PlayStation VR, or 100 degrees field of view, so you can still see the edges of the headset, you still feel like you're looking through a visor or a window to some degree. This one takes up all your peripheral vision, so in that sense it will feel a little bit like VR. To me, it's kind of almost like a mixture between VR and augmented reality, which sounds really cool. It just depends on how much control you've got of stuff within that environment. Is it more just an experience, or are you going to be able to like walk around with peripherals like the PlayStation Aim or controllers or something? Can you do that kind of stuff in it? Apparently people who have tested it were saying that when things come to the screen, it feels like they are really coming to the screen, coming towards you. So that sounds quite interesting. But yeah, it's called the 8K VR Ride, and it's in IMAX theaters as well. It says it's a cross between it's a cross between a theme park ride and an IMAX theater. So sounds really quite cool. So again, this is all in Japan. That arcade that we talked about with the Mario Kart VR was, again, that's in Japan. This is all in Japan, and it's like Bandai Namco and everything, all teaming up. So I need to get to Japan. It's as simple as that. We need to get to Japan, guys. You, me, everyone, get to Japan and play this stuff. Lindsay can come as well, and we can play games. I don't know if she'll fit in these machines because you need to be a certain height and stuff. So, and the final story, again, it's another VR story, but this was in Manhattan in New York. Again, VR related, like I'm saying. It's a VR World, it's called, and it's an arcade basically opening up in Midtown New York. And it's apparently a huge area where you can walk around, you try some of the games, and yeah, there's like, what's exciting for me is I grew up, I don't know about some of you guys watching this, maybe younger viewers, you might not be aware of what arcades were really like. You're maybe used to what you see in what is an arcade now, which is just gambling machines. Now, when I grew up, that wasn't what arcades were. Japan's still got that. They've still got normal kind of arcades where people go and they're like totally into their games, with Street Fighter and stuff, or that kind of games, dance games, rhythm games. The Japanese are crazy about that kind of stuff. But when I was growing up as a kid, we had arcades like Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, we had the ones for Star, TIE Fighter and everything. It was amazing, it was so cool. And you'd go to the arcade, you spend, like, you'd take $5 away or something, you play a few games. But there was just something that was like a unique experience. And I'm a little bit saddened by the fact that a lot of you guys playing games don't get to experience that. And if places like Manhattan are opening up these things, even if it's through VR, you're going to maybe hopefully get to experience a little bit what I'm talking about, or what people have talked about arcades of the past. So it's exciting in that sense, and I hope you guys really get a chance to do it, whether it's Japan, Manhattan, or somewhere else that has got these things. I know Australia's got places opening up and stuff. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. It looks like this one here in Manhattan, it's right next to the Empire State Building. It's on 4E 34th Street. Isn't that one from the film, 34th Street? Miracle on 34th Street? Is that one with Santa Claus?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Maybe someone who knows from New York will tell us. But it's apparently $39 for an unlimited day access, and children over 7 are allowed in. So yeah, they can go in and they can play with it, like, as long as they've got a guard in there. Really, really cool. I'll try and put some links for all this stuff so you can get more details in the description below. I'm going to finish up this one today. Just do a couple of things about the competition that I mentioned to you guys. This one's not a competition. I just got Lego City. I got that during the Prime sale, 25 quid. Pretty happy. It's from America, and I got this for the Switch, so it's normally 40 odd quid. So Lego City Undercover, and everyone's been harping on about how good this was. I never got in the Wii U, and I was kind of reluctant to spend £40-50 on it on the Switch. So considering I got this for 25 quid, I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll get it. So looking forward to trying that out. But the main thing was, this bad boy was Eve Valkyrie on the PlayStation VR. Now, I've put up the competition. You guys, if you see it on the Facebook page and on yesterday's video, this week we're running this competition. I'm going to draw this on Friday, and the idea is I'm going to just give you a couple of random things during each episode. I'll just give you a random word. I'll maybe pop up if we're doing a pre-recorded one, or live, I'll tell you. So if you want to check out what yesterday's mystery, like code number, whatever it was, or hint or clue, go and check out yesterday's Daily Fix, or jump onto the Facebook channel and read the description, and you'll get an idea what it was. I meant to actually do it during the episode, but I forgot, so apologies for that. But this one here, what should we give as the clue word, Lindsay?
Toe.
So, toe
I
is
was
your...
just looking at my toe then.
She was looking at her toe, so... Toe is the mystery world, as in T-O-E, like your fingers, but on your feet instead, your toe. So we've got yesterday's one, we've got this one, and we'll make up a phrase or something with the next two. So we've got toe, the other one, and whatever else. So make sure you write that down, and the idea is on Friday, we'll put I can't remember what the name of the actual competition thing is, but you can basically set up the competitions, and you can put on a question, and you have to give the right answer, and then whoever gets the right answer, I'll choose a random winner for that. So I'll put details in that over the next couple of days in the competition bit. But yeah, keep these things, and at the end on Friday, we'll be looking for you to give us all 4 answers, and whoever gets it right, we'll choose a winner from that list, and you'll get a copy of this. This is the American version, by the way, but you can play this on any PlayStation 4 or PlayStation VR, because it's obviously multi-region, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's not region locked, but cool game. I played it. This is our copy, by the way. It's just our copy, but I don't play it anymore. I only played it a couple of times because it made me sick. So hopefully you enjoy that one. But it made me sick because it's like when it was. What's that? Yeah, I just wasn't used to it. I was like, the actual headset was fairly new, and I was trying to get into it, and I did start to get into it, but I've been playing other things. I'm more like a kind of Resident Evil 7, Farpoint kind of guy, so that's kind of my stuff. The flying ones, yeah, they're cool, and that's the same with driving games. I'm not really a big driving game fan, but
I like
I'm sure.
driving games.
Yep, so I think someone will like this one, but that's in the competition. Anyway, guys, that's it for this Daily Fix. Remember, leave some comments down below. Thanks to everyone that left comments. Jev, George, anyone else who's in the comment section just now. Who else is in?
Whoa, I don't know how I find that out right.
Just tell me names there.
JD is
JD.
here. Sean George.
Sean George. Trueborn. And whoever else is here. Anyway, guys, whoever's joining in just now, thanks for joining in. And Lindsay.
Can I jump in a second?
Yeah, you can jump in. Lindsay could jump in for a second.
I'm doing my live stream tomorrow.
Oh yeah, so sorry. Yeah, so normally tomorrow what we do is I'll get Lindsay to do this on her stream tomorrow. Lindsay's playing Farpoint. This is the second episode. So if you're around tomorrow, 10 o'clock UK time, tune in. Lindsay will be playing Farpoint. We'll be playing for about an hour. We played the first sort of kind of section last week. We're going to rearrange the camera. We've been doing some testing to get a better setup, so that's looking a lot better now, so it should be better for Lindsay aiming. I know she was blaming her aim on that, but it was just
like literally that was the only reason.
But anyway, Lindsay will be playing that tomorrow, so tune in for that. Give her some love, give her some thumbs up and stuff. Share it around. I'll post something up in the event on Facebook, so you'll get notifications. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button so you do get notifications. I'm pointing up there, it's down there, but anyway, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when we go live. That's it for this, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and remember, we're just a bunch of small fries trying to create big things. Peace.
Love you, bye.